This is a love story. It is the story of Pocahontas and the two men whose names have been linked with hers, Captain John Smith, the adventurer, and John Rolfe, the tobacco planter.
Yes, we'll set up camp here, where I've marked. There's water and protection against the weather and attack.
Attack, did you say, Captain Smith? You think the Indians will not be friendly?
Well, that depends on how friendly we are to them.
Let them be friendly to us. They want to live here in peace.
Want to live here, you say? You seem to forget. We are the strangers here. It is we who want.
Strangers? On the king's own land, Rolfe?
It is the king's land, Sir George, when we have colonized it.
Rolfe is right. And it were better we comport ourselves as guests rather than as invaders.
Treat her not so roughly, man.
I caught her spying on us. If she was spying, Captain Smith, then there must be others.
Really, sir? What is your name?
I'm Pocahontas, daughter of the chief of the Powhatans.
Why were you spying?
I was not spying. I was looking.
Looking? For what?
At your fine clothes. Our warriors do not have such fine clothes.
Are there many warriors?
Many.
And where are they camped?
Do not be afraid. We come as your friends.
Beyond the hills. There.
There? She was obviously sent here to report our position. She should be held a prisoner.
Hold her prisoner. Pocahontas is our friend. Her father, chief of the Powhatans, is our friend. She'll go back to him and tell him so, will you not?
I will do as you say.
Then you're free to go, Pocahontas.
In due time, a fort was built, and the settlement was given a name, Jamestown.
You were caught in the forest, Captain John Smith, by our braves, spying on us and our ways.
I was not spying. I was charting the land.
To what purpose?
If, when we arrived, you'd come to us as we hoped with the pipe of peace, you'd have learned our purpose. To live among you in friendship.
Men of peace do not build a fort as you have done. And men of peace do not stalk through the woods bearing weapons in their hands.
We'd lay down the weapons and be your friends.
Be not betrayed, O wise Powhatan, by his gentle ways.
Spare him, oh my father!
You know what you are asking, Pocahontas, my young one. That a stranger who comes to plunder and kill in our land be free to do his evil work.
It is the custom among our people that anyone may claim a prisoner's life.
It is said among the wise men of our people, if a life, however evil, be worthy the mercy of one, it is worthy the mercy of all.
He is yours then, child, to do with as you wish. But as he is yours, so you are also his.
The ships that came from England with provisions were few and far between, and were awaited anxiously by the settlers.
You? What are you doing here so far from your people's village? What is it? What's the matter?
My father, they plan to attack. He and his council have taken a vow to drive you back into the sea, to the far-off land from which you came.
Why is he so changed? Did we not part with pledges of peace?
Your men have plundered our villages.
When?
When you sent them with goods to trade.
I didn't know about this. I'll make amends to your father. Tell him so.
No, he is angered and will not hear words. You must prepare yourself for his attack. If you are ready for them, my father and his council will not make war upon you. They will wait. And in waiting, their anger will soften. So in the end, there will be no bloodshed.
Well, you're a wise princess, Pocahontas, as well as a beautiful one. And I shall do as you say.
If I were beautiful, when my father made you my prisoner, you would not have left me. If I were wise, I would not have let you go.
I shall always be your prisoner. A more than willing captive, while you saved my life and the lives of my people. We shall forever be indebted to you.
It is I, not you, who have been made captive. When I chase the red-crested bird in the forest and catch him, he is my prisoner. But then, after loving him a while, I become his prisoner. And even after setting him free, and he flies to his own home, I'm still his prisoner.
Until you've caught another, one that's more suitable for a princess, daughter of a great and powerful chief. The bird will not fly away, but will remain with you always.
I no longer hunt the red-crested bird. I am content now to dream of the one who flew away.
Thank heaven for the arrival of Lord Dewar's ship and these supplies. Or we should be in a sorry way to defend ourselves against Powhatan's braves.
A great pity we should be called upon to do so at all.
And yet, by being ready for them, perhaps we shall not be. In time, I'll journey to Powhatan and try to settle our differences.
If we could but persuade Powhatan to peace, with his help, the success of our venture here would be well assured.
But should the council hear you say so, they would plot to send you back to England, as they plot now to return me.
Is this true? I have not heard them.
No? Well, go now and you'll hear them. They're in conspiracy against me at this very moment.
I will go.
And you can tell them they'll no more succeed in that than when they plan to hang me as we set sail from England.
What further need, then, for an adventurer like Captain Smith? Smith is the one man who lured us into trusting the savage. Look at any hill and tell me how trustworthy the Indian is.
How trustworthy is an Englishman who speaks against a man when he is not here to defend himself?
Let him be here, then, and I'll say the same. He's a traitor. He consorts with Indians.
Enough of this argument. I am for petitioning the Crown to recall Captain John Smith. If we all agree, we can return him on the same boat with the petition and put an end to his tyranny here. Shall we vote?
Vote!
The storehouse! There's been an explosion at the storehouse! What has happened?
The gunpowder we were unloading from the vessel. Captain Smith is in their trap. He'll be burned to death.
Wounded or not, I'm reluctant to go. You shouldn't have insisted, John.
You need more help than we can give you here. You will return well and restored.
Beware of them, John. They're a scoundrelly lot. Do you think it was an accident?
There's no evidence to the contrary.
It was a timely accident. Too timely. But no matter. I'll put it to use. and I'll speak for our enterprise.
Tell them to send more ships, more often.
No man belongs here more than you, John. You have the true dream. Not conquest, not plunder, but a new hope.
Whatever we accomplish here, it will be your dream. It was you who made it possible.
No, I'm not a builder such as you are, John. I'm too taken by the horizon. I'm not content to make my camp in the peaceful valley as you are. I must forever move on. When you see her, speak to Pocahontas. Tell her I shall return.
I will do so.
Be kind to her, John.
I will.
Goodbye, then. For a while.
Goodbye. God keep you.
We post our men along the ridge. Here, here, and here.
You think it wise to disperse our men so loosely?
Are you telling me how to arrange battle order, John Rolfe?
The Indians do not fight in battle order. They will pick off your outposts one by one, and you will lose men, valuable men. Captain John Smith believed that the best way to fight them was to employ their own tactics.
Captain John Smith is no longer in command. I'm well aware of his theories, and I do not agree with them. I shall conduct this battle in the best tradition of military procedure, Captain John Smith to the contrary notwithstanding. We're English soldiers, not a mob of howling savages.
Your pardon for this interruption, gentlemen, but Pocahontas is outside demanding an audience.
Pocahontas?
Bring her in.
Perhaps she's been sent by her father to make peace.
More likely up to some treachery.
She is incapable of treachery.
I've come seeking Captain John Smith. Is it true, as I have heard?
He was injured at an explosion and returned to England.
He will come back.
He will never return. Not while I govern this colony.
Here, here.
We're well rid of your Captain Smith.
Never fear, he will come back. He bid me tell you he would return.
Place this girl under arrest.
What's the meaning of this?
She's an enemy. We should be within our rights where we will execute her. But we shall be lenient and simply hold her captive. Remove her.
Do not despair. I will prevail upon them to alter their decision.
This is a most treacherous work, Sir Christopher.
Her coming here was a stroke of good fortune, if by it we've defeated the Indians.
Defeated the Indians?
Is she not the daughter of their chief? Then would not the chief prefer to cancel his planned attack rather than lose a daughter? We'd keep her as a hostage, a warranty of our safety.
I think it is cruel and ungrateful of us. This girl has served us many times in the past.
You may think as you wish, John Rolfe, but it's her skin or ours. I should be remiss in my duty if I were to let this opportunity pass.
My warriors told me you walked to them in the woods, seeking them out.
Yes.
A wolf does not walk by choice into a trap.
Still, it was my choice.
Why?
So that I might be your prisoner.
This answer is without reason.
My people are holding your daughter, Pocahontas, prisoner, as a hostage. I've surrendered myself to you, so that you may hold a hostage against them.
This is the answer of two men. A coward lying to save his life, or a brave man. Which are you? You are brave. A brave man has no need to lie. But why do you give your life to save my daughter? This is beyond understanding.
Can there be peace without justice, great chief of the Powhatans? It is not just that my people hold Pocahontas prisoner, and there can be no peace until she is freed. I am your prisoner, she is theirs. Offer me in exchange for her.
And if they let you die?
They will not dare.
justice.
We must have some action.
I say he had no right to do this. Therefore, let him die.
Gentlemen, after all, we cannot show the savage that we place small value on a white man's life.
My feelings are in accord with yours, but my reason tells me otherwise. How can we make amends with the Crown in London when it is learned there that we let an Englishman die, when his life could have been bought for the price of a savage Indian girl?
We must act warily, Thomas. Rolfe is the Queen's friend. The wisest thing to do would be to approve this exchange.
The record of your vote will show your names as dissenters. In London, that record will be read, and your names will appear there.
Let's have a vote. How many of you favor the release of Pocahontas in exchange for our countryman, John Rolfe?
I bring you good news. You are free to return to your people.
It has been said you surrendered yourself to my father to free me. Is this true?
Did I not promise Captain Smith to look after you?
It was a brave thing to do.
Outside the fort, your father's warriors are waiting to escort you home.
Tell them to go. I remain here.
Think what you are doing, Pocahontas. You are separating yourself from your people.
His people are my people. I shall remain here until he returns, and by doing so, I shall be serving him. For my father will not make war upon you while I am here. Let it be so, then, for his sake, that I remain amongst you.
You have spoken well, Pocahontas. Your willing presence amongst us will assure peace, and peace is sorely to be wished for.
Will he come back soon?
Would any man not, knowing you were waiting for him?
Where is he, John?
He did not come.
What is it, John?
He is dead. Our friend is dead. A letter was brought. The vessel he went home on was attacked by pirates. Everyone on board was killed. I searched everywhere for you. I could not rest knowing your grief. He is gone. And all our sorrowing will not bring him back to us.
I cannot live.
You are young, Pocahontas. You will live. Life must be lived by the living. With the living. I love you, Pocahontas. And I offer my heart.
With their marriage, peace came at last to Jamestown. And throughout England, word of the marriage spread. 3 years later, England saw for herself the beautiful Pocahontas, now Mrs. John Rolfe.
It is an honor to welcome you both to London. A great honor. My dear princess. For a love that has conquered wars, for a love that has created a new bond between ourselves and our friends the Indians. And I have news from one whom both of you should know. Captain Smith, so long reported dead, is in London and will be received by us here today. I shall let him know you are among us.
Did you see him?
Yes.
John.
We've been man and wife now for 3 years.
John, I'm so afraid.
Of what? That you find you still love him?
It is you, John, you that I love.
A marriage can be arranged at will. But love? I think not.
I do not wish to see him.
I told him to call this afternoon.
Captain Smith. Be seated.
Thank you.
We had heard you were dead. They told us pirates had taken your vessel and killed everyone.
All but me. They held me for ransom. Then the ship was wrecked and I was picked up by Dutch fishermen. They cared for me until I was well enough to return to England.
Were you very ill?
For months on end, I scarce knew my name. Indeed, they thought me witless, and they treated me so.
How terrible.
There was worse waiting for me here in England.
Worse?
I learned you were married. Then I saw you. My little Indian princess had become a great lady at court. It was a far cry from the forests of the New World where first I set eyes upon her. Yet here is there. She shone with her own special beauty, like a bright star in a dark world.
You have become a courtier, my captain, full of gallant phrases.
You know me better. Pocahontas, my words are the words of a man in love.
How once I longed to hear you say it. Yearned by the fires of my father's camp far into the night. Said the words as I thought you might say them. Cried aloud in anguish when I could no longer bear the loneliness.
And now?
Time has taken your place, my captain. Time has crowded you from my heart. I know now a woman may love two men. Each in a different way, but each a part of the same love. You were my first love. I saw you strong and stalwart, kind, without fear. I worshipped you as one worships a god. But one does not marry a god, my captain. One marries a husband, and to such a man I am married. You are a dream. A young girl's dream. But only a dream. My husband is real. He is not a dream, and by his side I am made real. Let us say goodbye.
I shall never forget you.
Nor I you, Captain John Smith.
Matawaka, Pocahontas Rebecca Rolfe was her name. And by the pure love she bore two men, faithful always to both, she brought romance to the first colony in America, earning for herself the title of America's first great lady.